Hi, welcome back. Sticking with our shelter at home editions of the Shamurai unboxings, I don't have an unboxing here, it's actually a bit of a review. As I told you, I was using these Sony noise canceling headsets, in-ear modules. This is the WL-1000X, and recently, almost a month ago, they came out with the XM2, just an updated version of the headset. I wanted to go through it and tell you some of the differences and a little bit of a review. Now, this WL-1000X I had used for years daily on commuting on trains and buses and other things, airplanes as well, all over. I had a couple of things I didn't like about it. This metal band first was bothersome. Eventually I got to the point where I didn't notice it. Sometimes your head would crick against it, but not that big a deal. Buttons on the side were fine. It had this weird thing where the earpieces could kind of like fold in, but not really all the way, but just to keep them from bouncing around if you wanted to like have them tie up versus being freely dangling. Kind of interesting. Sony gives you a lot of different tips. I don't use any of them. This is a third-party tip from, I'll put a link down the bottom, tell you who this is. This is actually more noise isolating to help with noise cancellation. So this is a really good thing to have. A couple of problems though, if you can kind of look, this joint is very fragile. Over time, it ended up bending out. Doesn't cause a problem with the unit, still works great, but it's like clearly popped out of the joint. There's like, this little thing is kind of like a rivet, and it's clear that kind of snaps in place and holds it, but this piece is not coming back together anytime soon. Again, kind of cosmetic, this side's fine, but still a problem. More so the problem is this USB port here. This is where you charge it. This is also where you would plug it into an airplane or some other 1/8 of an inch audio jack, which is this cable that came with it is the most bizarre cable on the planet. So you have your USB bus here, and that ends up going to your analog out. So there's got to be some kind of D-to-A thing happening in this little chip somewhere and going back and forth. This causes a lot of issues. Why? Well, when this dies and you're listening to us on the headphone, the whole thing dies. It can't power this bus anymore, and so the whole thing dies. Then you got to charge it. So if you're on a plane, you got to charge it. You got to plug the charger into here, and while it's being charged, you can't use it over Bluetooth. It just totally powers off while it charges. Can't even listen to your phone. Really bad, because now you're on the plane, plugs in your ears, that dampens the noise a little bit, no cancellation, no audio from whatever horrible movie you're watching, and it's just bad. Also, I worry about this cable. If I lose this cable, there's only one person who makes this cable as far as I know, it's Sony, and you're not going to find this walking through an airport randomly if you need the cable. Really, really bizarre. So when they came out with the XM2, I was a little happy because it solved a couple of things. First of all, it's a little bit lighter, not much. I got a scale over there. I can go get the scale for a second. But you also notice the side pieces are a bit smaller than the previous model. And that's because they put a lot of the audio controls here in this ear dongle piece. Versus here, the mic and the audio controls are all on the arm of the previous model. Also notice that the band is flexible. This lets you fold it up. You can put it in your pocket. It comes with a nice case, but you can put it in your pocket or any other little compartment pretty easily. It fits nicely into the jacket pocket even at that point. And then when you put it on your neck, it has a little, there's a little dot here. You can feel it, so you know that's the left side. Also, this large controls on the left side, so it's kind of straightforward. And yeah, that's kind of it. And then this is now less issues because it's not a hard band. Little guys will magnet together if you don't want them dangling around too much. So a lot of things the design were nicer. But most importantly, is there is a 1/8 of an inch jack right on the thing. Can I focus on that? Yes. So your standard audio cable would just go right in there. Comes out the other side. If I lose this cable, I can be anywhere on the planet and probably find this cable pretty easily, which is awesome. Also, and there's a stupid little trap door, but inside that trap door is a USB-C port. I like USB-C, I like that everything's going that way, but this also means when I ran out on a plane recently, I could actually run the audio in to here and charge it at the same time, but it doesn't actually do the noise cancellation while it's charging. Again, the unit is off. Kind of a mistake. Don't know why that is, but you can still run the audio. The analog audio still runs. So you can finish watching whatever Marvel or Disney movie you're watching on the plane, still hear it just without the noise cancellation. It does do a quick charge, so you can get like an hour off of 10 minutes or something like that. I forget the actual spec, but it does do a quick charge if you just need to top up really fast. But these 2 points here are really important because this saves a lot of problems and removes this horrible cable and the dead air time from the previous device. Side by side, I did try them both on a plane recently. I feel that the new model has slightly less battery life than the old model. Not a lot, but maybe 45 minutes less. It seems it was drawing power faster, even just on noise cancellation with the audio coming in on the cable like you would do on a plane. It just seems that this one was just my general experience of one long haul trip. This was running out faster than what I remember this one ran out for. I don't know if the battery is smaller or whatnot, but it just seemed to run out faster. Noise canceling wise, this does have the newer chip in it. They are both exactly the same for canceling the low end frequencies you get on a plane. Some of the, I would not say high, but mid to high frequencies, the newer model did cancel better. You could just hear it just cut out a little bit of that high frequency or mid-high hum. Both of them did equally as well on the low hum. This did a little bit better on the mid-high hum. But again, these are not as good as the cans that would go over your ear. They do the best cancellation. Problem for me is those somehow give me a headache from the active noise cancellation, where these don't. So I prefer these. They're smaller, they're lighter, they're easier for me to use. Don't do that great a job as cans would, thinking of noise cancellation, but they work really well. Slightly better on this one here. Mostly the same, so I had to go back and forth a lot, but I do like that this was a little bit better, but also really the USB-C and the audio jack and then the soft band really make this WI-1000XM2 nice. Would I run out and buy these versus if I already had this pair that was still working and not like almost broken? Probably not. It's not that most amazing of a sound quality upgrade. Audio wise, they still sound as good as before. They're the same dual driver system. But if you're looking to move into this market, this is a good headset to get. And if your old piece is dying or you lost this stupid cable, then also way to go. That's it. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'm gonna go wash my hands. Bye.